Deliverable 5, written by Anna P. Dooling. What will we be covering today? We're going to cover what is network design and why do we need it, steps to follow when creating a network design, Walmart's network design and their pros and cons, Amazon's network design and their pros and cons, roles of teamwork, communication and trust, customer relationship management, enterprise planning systems, advantages and disadvantages of that enterprise planning systems. Continuing on with what we're going to be covering, the benefits and opportunities of globalization, disadvantages and risks of globalization, use of third-party logistics, importance of ethical sourcing, incorporations of diversity, long-term location, and best practices leveraged. What is network design and why do we need it? Well, the primary purpose of supply chain network design is to assess a company's policies and programs to meet the targets to accomplish the long-term strategic objectives of the company. So, there are some steps that we should follow when creating a network design. First thing we need to do is define the business objectives. Then we're going to look at the project scope and define that. The third thing we're going to do is determine the form of analysis that we must do to fix network design. And then we're going to look at tools we're going to need to do to get to that objective. And finally will be our project completion, which will leave us with the best design possible. When looking at Walmart design, we want to look at the pros in their company. One of their biggest pros is their distribution center location. They locate these regionally, and they use direct sourcing from the vendor to their store, so the vendor's transportation is part of that cost that they use. They have invested a lot of money in a cloud-based IT network that allows them to have better control over things like their inventory controls, where they know exactly what they have, where they have it, and what location it's at, and how much it's going to cost them to get it to the area that they need. They own their own transportation, so that also is another way that they can lower costs within their network designs. Now, some of their cons is online competition. Like the next company we're going to talk about, Amazon, is actually their largest competition. And their network design is easily copied along the business model, and they have opened themselves up to having greater competition by doing it. Now we're going to look at Amazon's network design's pros and cons. Like Walmart, they have distribution centers everywhere, which assists them with getting their products to their customers faster. They use direct sourcing from the vendors to the customer where it's shipped directly. They use a cloud-based system, which is something that we want to use here at Bella Blue, and so we have better control. They have awesome inventory control like Walmart, and they also created partnerships with the post office and UPS in order to get that 2-day shipment that everybody loves from Amazon. Now, some of the cons of their business are ethical sourcing. They don't always know where everything is coming from because of direct sourcing, and they don't know everything that's in it. Their business model is easily copied, which is already being done by Walmart and like companies, and this leads to the last con of they are going to have great competition in the future. A key part of it is to include the roles of teamwork, communication, and trust. It has been proven to help with the aspects of a smooth running business. Teamwork within the workplace has been known to increase efficiency, improve communication, idea generation to distribute the workload, and establish a culture in which each employee feels a sense of belonging and empowerment. Here at Bella Blues, we believe in teamwork for these reasons and more. Because teamwork has always been a method that we use while running Bella Blues, knowing that best ideas can come from some of our newest employees, and we want to ensure that every employee's voice is heard, and we take communications very seriously, because without it, we wouldn't be the successful company we are today. And this is why it is important to our network design, because it may help us create new ideas that will help our network design and help us be successful. The customer relationship management process, or CRM, is important because being competitive in the market is always of importance at Bella Blues, and being able to do what we need to do to ensure that we are applying information technologies when managing the macro processes within our supply chain. To do this, we have adopted CRM process. We have adopted this as an overall company strategy that can be to optimize profitability and customer satisfaction through the internal organization of our company that is based on customer segment. The reason that CRM is the right choice here at Bella Blues is we are 100% based on customer satisfaction in order to grow our business. Using CRM will allow us to use the enterprise approach to understanding and influencing our customers' behavior through meaningful communications. This will enable us to improve the customer acquisition, retention, loyalty, and profitability. The overall goal of this adoption is that Bella Blue will be able to conquer the competition while knowing the changes in our customers' wants and needs. This step of our network design is our enterprise planning system, or ERP, and our IT software that we will use at Bella Blues. Security was our number one priority, and we found using a cloud-based system that our security concerns are handled by a much larger group of providers than we could have used by using a host-based ERP. Availability was the second reason that we have chosen the base system. In the event of disaster within the company, we would be able to recover faster than if we could with a host-based system. The last and one of the most important features we looked at of them was the availability that it would integrate with our CRP system, and the two would work together as one. Advantages of disadvantages of the systems that were chosen are that it will allow us to turn our relationships with our customers into revenue. This system will be used to predict customer needs and enable us to give them the personal attention that will lead to steady customer base. With the built-in digital intelligence and automated business processes that will allow us to increase our revenue and control acquisition costs. With the availability of information in specific areas of concern, we will be able to reduce distraction and allow employees to stay focused. Some disadvantages of this system is that it does require a third-party help with digital marketing strategy, and also the need for a separate ERP system and CRM system. Globalization can provide Bella Blues with many different benefits along with opportunities for our company and help others out of our company, helping us be part of that bigger picture. Globalization represents free trade. This has been known to promote global economic growth by creating jobs, making companies more competitive, creating a worldwide market for companies and consumers who will have access to products from different countries. It is responsible for gradual creation of world power rather than segmented power in different sectors that has resulted in a merge of politics that is beneficial for people all over the world, not just us. Globalization is considered responsible for cultural intermingling and countries taking time to learn more about other countries than just their own, allowing people around the globe to be tolerant towards each other no matter what country they originated in, helping to lower poverty rates. Companies are investing in plants in other countries and employ people within those countries. The main benefit of this for Bella Blue to adopt globalization will be that we will be taking part in that intermingling of the world while helping create jobs and do more for outside businesses, and also allowing us to save money. Here we go. Along with advantages of globalization come risks, and we need to identify potential issues and be mindful when making decisions towards globalization. The biggest complaint with globalization is that the rich only get richer and nobody really benefits. The point behind globalization is that it's centered around free trade, but there are many barriers. Barriers like these are what we need to consider globalizing Bella Blue. For developed countries, these things can be jobs are often lost and to lower paying countries, which yes helps their poverty rate, also hurts economies like ours here in the United States. And this can lead to companies that are located within the United States to force their employees to take pay cuts. They are threatening to export their jobs. And we need to look at this when we're looking at where we're sourcing. Making products overseas puts our technology at a risk of being stolen, and this is to many different companies. Theft like this could be significant on Bella Blue because our designs are unique. Globalization has been known to lead to the exploitation of labor, and this can include child labor, inhumane working conditions, prisoners having to work, force-free labor, and it's all in the name of cheap labor. And this is something we really need to look at when we are sourcing for Bella Blue. Third-party logistics, or 3, have been known to be effective supply chain partners and have proven themselves effective at moving items internationally, which will help us here at Bella Blues because we are going to use them in our globalization process. And it will help us with the transportation, distribution, and growth within our business. This will allow us to use this in every step of that cycle and help us expand our business even further. We will still handle the procurement in-house as our designs are unique. And it's something that we need to be approved within our small teams as it's more comfortable to our business that way. The growth of our business is something that will be handled as the company is designed to be fast growing. But it's unique size, leaving us that we will have full control regardless of the business. However, the transportation distribution will be handled by 3PL fully. And this will allow us to meet our customers' needs in these areas more effectively, allowing us to use 3PL in these areas to identify how we can cut costs in these areas and increase effectiveness in these areas. It is essential that we source our products ethically here at Bella Blues because it can reflect negatively upon our company. Some of the risks involved with sourcing globally in our industry is dangers regarding unfair labor practices. This may be through working conditions, physical abuse, low wages. We also need to know the places that we are sourcing our products from. The health and safety of our customers depend on this. We need to know the materials we're sourcing, exactly what is in them, the hazards that may come from it. And lastly, we also need to keep the environment in mind as a priority because we only have one Earth. And so we need to make sure that we are sourcing from environmentally responsible companies and how incorporating diversity into our sourcing practices will help us with this. The inclusion of diversity. Bella Blue believe in diversity, and this is not only our workforce that be diverse, but our suppliers we use. We look to ensure that using different businesses such as women or minority-owned businesses will help to keep our customers and stakeholders happy. We do this because not only is it the right thing, but adding diversity within our product line is what makes our business different and gives us a unique style that we have here at Bella Blue, which our customers expect from Bella Blue. But this requires a continuous effort and support from all levels within our supply chain and company. Our long-term location for Bella Blues, we're going to remain here in the Chippewa Valley because Chippewa Falls has that small town feel that we like to have within Bella Blues where we're a family and everybody knows everybody and we can continue having that small business feel. The best practices that we can take looking at Amazon. The best practices we can take looking at Amazon and Walmart that we can leverage into our own business is the cloud-based network. Walmart actually spent a bunch of money to imitate Amazon's system, and we are trying to, on a small scale, imitate both of their systems. This will allow us to stay competitive on pricing while tightening our controls because the systems that we're using not only are cloud-based, but they will help us keep an eye on inventory and all little processes along our way throughout our supply chain that will let us stay competitive on that price. And we want to establish this within our organization so we can have close monitoring of our supply chain. Just a reminder of the topics that we talked about, what network design was and why we need it, steps to follow when creating network design, Walmart's network design, their pros and cons, Amazon's network design and cons, roles of teamwork, communication, trust, customer relationship management, enterprise planning, and advantages and disadvantages of CRP and ERP. Continuing on with what we heard, we also hit on the benefits and opportunities of